I'm going to turn it off. Because I do talk really loud. Okay, so with the colleges, just like you would apply for admission to college, you're going to be looking at all the different information about applying for admission. What does it require and all that. Does it seem to work? So anyway, so just like you would look at everything on the college website for general information, applying for admission, you also want to look at their information about financial aid, because their financial aid page is also going to tell you what kinds of scholarships they have, and they also will have scholarship links to all different kinds of scholarships. So that's another resource for you. And the last one, which a lot of people don't realize, is if you belong to an organization like maybe Kiwanis or Lions Club or any of those organizations, most of the time they have scholarship programs somewhere where the parent works. They might provide scholarships for the student, as well as maybe your church, your local church, another community organization that you're active with, you volunteer. There's all kinds of resources for you, and you just need to be aware of them. Okay, and typically we break it down into two categories. Gift aid, which is always the free money side. So we love free money. So anything with grant or scholarship in the title is typically free money. Okay, and I say typically because there could be a time that even though you're getting free money and it does not typically have to be repaid, if we pay you financial aid and then you turn around and drop all your classes, oh yeah, you might have to pay some of that back because that wasn't the deal. So we're paying you to actually be in your classes and complete them. So if you get free money, you might have to pay it back, but that's not the normal case. Usually if you complete the semester, even if it is a little poorly, you still get to keep the money. So that's the good news. Then the other one is the self-help aid, work study, part-time job, part of your financial aid package, as well as loans. Okay, so just being aware of how we break it down makes it easier for you to understand. Okay, taking a look at the federal grant aid. So we have Pell Grant, which is at the top of the list. So again, all this is coming from U.S. Department of Education. Pell Grant, as you can see, $5,550 per year. This is not a whole, 4 years. This is per year. And when I say per year, I'm talking an academic year, and that is 9 months. Not 12 months, 9 months. Not too shabby, huh? So usually it gets divided over the 2 semesters or 3 quarters, depending on the school system you're in. And then there's also the federal supplemental grant. So Pell Grant kind of has a unlimited bucket of money. So everybody that's eligible for it, meets the criteria, is a student enrolled in classes, blah, 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 they're going to get it. So it doesn't really run out of money. However, there are other programs that the Department of Education gives the school like a bucket of money. And then we have to resort to first come, first serve. How we determine that is priority filing of the Fafsa and any additional documentation. Supplemental grant falls into that category of having a limited bucket of money at each school. So again, you want to be first come, first serve. You want to be the one that is always doing everything as early as possible. Okay, and then there's also a Teach Grant program, not available at the community colleges, but it is available at the 4-year schools. Okay, Cal Grants. California, Cal Grant, get it? Okay, so Cal Grant. No, here we go again. Now, Cal Grant A is one that you would use at the 4-year schools only. It's not available for you to receive while you're at a community college. If you opt to do community college for your first 2 years of undergraduate, you can put your Cal Grant A on hold, and then when you actually transfer to the 4-year school, then you would activate it, okay? Cal Grant B is good at either a 2-year or 4-year, public or private, doesn't matter. And then Cal Grant C is geared a little bit more for the vocational technical type programs. So because community colleges have vocational technical programs like nursing and fire science and things like that, those are actually considered VOTech. So Cal Grant C would be available at a community college as well as an actual vocational technical type school, you know, like a WyoTech or something like that, okay? There are GPA requirements tied into the Cal Grant. So A is a little tougher with a 3.0 GPA requirement. B, a little more liberal with a C average, 2.0. Okay, so we all have what we call tuition and fee waivers. So the free ride of getting an education through the K through 12 system where you don't really have to pay for it is over. So all your classes when you come to college cost you. The good news is community college happens to be the lowest cost system. And even to help you out with that, we have what we call enrollment fees. So here's an idea. Right now, it's $36 per unit, and it's probably going to go up to $46 per unit as of fall 2012, which is when many of the students from here are going to be looking at community college or going to college in general. So what does that mean to you? $36 per unit. Right now, a typical class like history or English or sociology, social science, any of those kinds of classes are typically a 3-unit class. So now that makes that class valued at about $108. If you're eligible for the Board of Governors fee waiver, it waives all those enrollment fees, and you can do it up to however many units you're taking. So if you're taking 12 units, which is full-time status, or 18 units, whatever, it's going to waive all those fees, so you really don't have any out-of-pocket fees up front for your classes. There are some smaller mandatory fees like health fees and parking fees. Oh yeah, you get to pay to park on campus. Isn't that great? Ours, $40, and Bob Fee Waiver will pay half of that. San Jose State, it's like $500 a semester. So yeah, anyway, so welcome to college, if everything costs. So anyway, but just like the community college system, the CSU system also has what they call their tuition waiver, as well as the UC system and the privates. So some of this you might be doing as part of your admission application process. Some of it you're going to make sure that you follow up if you didn't do it with that you do it through the financial aid process, and definitely apply for whatever tuition waiver they have available for you. Not just your admission application waiver, but an actual tuition waiver for the program. And we are going to have this available online, right? Afterwards, we're going to be able to post it online. So you don't really